Hello and welcome to Show Up, Stand Out Online Visibility Series for Entrepreneurs. My name is Juliette Stapleton. I'm a visibility strategist, and today my guest is actually a fellow Irish countryman, Johnny Byrne, all the way from where you are now, Johnny?
I'm in Carrick-on-Shannon, Juliette.
Carrick-on-Shannon, that's across the country almost from where I am.
Absolutely, yeah, in lovely Leitrim.
Brilliant. And how is the weather there?
It's good, yeah, it's fine.
Very good. We're actually enjoying the Irish summer these days because we are getting really, really good weather comparing to the normal weather. I don't know, in Wexford we definitely do. So, guys, Johnny is a co-founder of Specific.com. We're going to talk about it in detail later on. And he's also an online course creator and a coach. And coaching industry in Ireland, it's a kind of new thing. It hasn't really blown up yet, but it's really, really growing very fast. So I want to ask you about how did you end up being a coach?
So I've been training in online marketing for about 8 years, and then from that, then people just asked me to do some one-to-one work with them. And I suppose I just stuck the title on myself as being a coach. I suppose I would have considered myself a mentor, but then I did a coaching course and I learned the difference between being a mentor and a coach. So I'd like to consider myself a coach as opposed to a mentor.
Perfect. Maybe you can expand on that for those people who are watching and they don't know the difference.
Yeah, so a coach would ask questions and a mentor would tell you what to do.
Right. Very simple. So the coach drags things out of you.
Yes, the coach helps you find the answers within yourself, and a mentor tends to be more, you actually need to do this this specific way. So sometimes a coach has to become a mentor, particularly if it's a technical subject and you just have to issue instruction because they may never have the answer. So, you know what I mean, in terms of if they don't know what a webinar is or an automated webinar is, they're not going to come up with the answer. So that's where you turn to mentor and you say, I actually think you should really consider using webinars or Facebook Live or Zoom or doing what we're doing right now. Whereas a coach is able to draw the answers out of a person. So it's more on the strategy side and potentially even the mindset side.
It's interesting because, it's kind of all intertwined. I believe that, there is everybody, any mentor should be a coach a little bit, and every coach sometimes should be a mentor as well.
Sure.
Sometimes you just need to give a direction, especially when you clearly see where this person is heading and they are not even ready to see it themselves, So that happens all the time with me as well, even though visibility is a very technical subject, for me. So tell me about your online courses, because I think that you're sort of like myself as well. You're teaching other people how to grow their businesses in the online space. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I launched a number of online courses 4 years ago after being training in workshops and, if you like, classrooms and delivering courses physically for about 8 years. And I just started to see the emergence of online courses and the potential it brings to be able to scale yourself and ultimately reach more really and teach more and deliver without actually being physically present. So after doing that for a number of years, I then started to show other people how to do it as well. And now my focus is to bring that into the Speakific business to help other knowledge brokers like trainers, consultants, authors and coaches basically sell what they know already, but to sell it online.
Perfect. So what is Speakific? So where did it come from? Who is it for? How does it work? Tell me all about it.
So Speakific, we were talking to a person who signed up last week and on the call, because we wanted to have a call about other things as well. And we ended up joking that it kind of came out of me that it's Tinder for talkers. And what I mean by that, it's a matchmaking service for event organizers and speakers. So basically an event organizer goes in, they do a search for a specific speaker for a specific event, hence the name Speakific. So they might type in GDPR or visibility or branding or online course creation, etc. And they find speakers that they can then contact and agree, if you like, the terms and conditions. So we're not a bureau, we're not an agency, we don't charge fees and commissions, we don't do any of that. And, there's a focus on helping event organizers find specific speakers who may not be as well known, if you like, the higher profile speakers. Although we have quite a few people from the PSA and well-known speakers around Ireland and the UK. We're also trying to help those speakers who are starting out, because every speaker has to start somewhere. And I think the speaking industry is changing as well, where, as I say, people are looking for specific speakers, not necessarily, the most polished in their delivery, but definitely in terms of their experience and expertise. And a lot of those people are being looked for now by event organizers.
And that becomes very accessible as well to smaller companies, as well as, so not everybody can hire a top-end speaker for their event or for their training, and yet there's a lot of experts who are lesser known, as you just mentioned. And so
yes.
it's a brilliant way of connecting to people. Why is it free?
So we have a freemium model, so it's free to join, like LinkedIn, etc., and you can then have a premium profile. But at the moment, it's free because we really want to grow it, and you can continue to use it for life for free and still get real value out of it. But there will be premium offering where you'll have a premium profile, you'll have access to our courses in our academy, and a few other ideas we have up our sleeve for premium members. But at the moment, we encourage everybody to join for free and continue to use it for free. As I say, like LinkedIn, it's got a lot of power even at the free version.
That's actually a brilliant opportunity. Is that for is it just for Irish and the UK or just Irish members, or how do you?
No, we have 80% of our speakers are from Ireland, because that's where we're based, and a lot of them at the beginning when I started out, I knew quite a few of them, but now it's obviously growing to almost 400 speakers, so I don't know them all. So about 80% are based in Ireland, about 15% are based in the UK, and the rest are dotted around from Silicon Valley to Sicily.
Perfect. So it's so you would then arrange some online trainings as well, or is it just all? You're not arranging. Obviously, it's just a matchmaking. I understand how it works, but is there any of the speakers that are doing just online presentation and seminars style sort of delivery?
Yeah, so it's definitely a growing area, and again, no matter if you want a speaker to speak on stage physically, or you want them to join your online webinar, or you want them to join a format like we're doing right now, the speakers are still human beings, if you like, who are there to be contacted. So online, they're also available to be on a panel, both offline and online. So it's really, as I say, to find that specific speaker, and the format and the delivery and the media and the medium, if you like, can be any format people wish to use.
Perfect, guys. So if you're listening to this, and if speaking, even Facebook Live is speaking. So if any sort of public speaking, offline or online, is on your agenda, on your wish list, and you want to do more of that, you definitely need to go to speakific.com and sign up for it wherever you are. And if you're in Ireland, obviously it's even better, because you can go and travel and talk to people in person. Tell me, what is Speakific Academy you mentioned over there?
Yeah, so the Academy will be a suite of online courses to help speakers be better at speaking, and to help them be better at their online marketing. Maybe they want to use webinars more, or even start using webinars. Maybe they want to create their own online course. So there'll be a range of courses. I will be creating some of them. Then there'll be courses from people who are already well known for their online courses. So, for example, David Nihal, how to inject comedy into your public speaking, or Jerry Duffy and, speaking, his speaker school and his speaker academy. So there's an opportunity for people to put their courses into the academy, and also to buy courses from the academy to improve their overall speaking business. So whether, as I say, creating an online course or marketing or using webinars, we're going to have a range of courses in there, specifically for speakers, trainers, authors, and coaches.
That is a brilliant mission, I think, because, speaking is where it's at, to be honest with you. I am able to grow a business that right now is sort of, I can say, global, because all my clients are all over the world. And
Sure.
I am here still sitting in my office, in my home, and doing it from this room, and I find that this is brilliant. And it was all done through speaking online. So whether it's online or offline, it's great. And it's great to always polish your skills in that area. Tell me about your, in terms of your own experience with online marketing, training, and consultancy. What have you learned? There's a lot of people in our audience that are either aspiring to create an online course or online program, or they're doing it right now. What is your experience, and what did you learn?
Yeah, so my, I suppose, mantra, if you like, what I live by and I share with people who continue to do my workshops, be it online or offline, is education-based marketing is where it's at. And really to serve before you sell and to take a little bit of your expertise, or indeed quite a lot of your expertise, and make it available for free. Show people that you can solve their problems, remove their pains in their business through education-based marketing, whether it's a free guide or a conversation like this or a podcast or a webinar or a free mini course, whatever it is, because you have to build trust, and trust is the currency of the new economy. And I think the quickest way to build trust is to give people something before you ask for something in return. And then, that merges nicely with online course creation, because if you have that skill set, you can create these free guides and these free mini courses and webinars and so on. And then ideally, of course, the upsell would be when you've built that trust, that people can naturally progress from your free online course to your paid online course, and maybe into a membership program, or maybe into online coaching, and use the pre-recorded videos as backup for your coaching business.
That's right. And I agree with you 100% in terms of sharing your knowledge generously, because at the end of the day, say if you want to get somebody, if you're a coach and you're trying to grow your coaching practice, people don't come to a coach or a mentor to learn something new. They're coming most of the time for accountability and maybe things that they already kind of know, and just to get, this customized version of whatever strategy they want to learn with this coach. So when you are going, doing your marketing as a coach, or, myself as a visibility strategist, I'm prepared to share a lot of things, because I know that at the end of the day, most of the people will need me to do it with them. Right? Because that's a lot of very little amount of people in the world are able to do things on their own. And most of the people, including myself, sometimes need direction. That's why coaching comes in, right? And sometimes you can take an online course, and for some people it's good because they might be working on their own initiative very well, and for some people it's not really enough. That's why membership sites, when you have some maybe monthly masterminds or something, or on one-on-one, if you can afford this, and you should really think about investing into as an investment in your business, right? When you're hiring a coach. This is all, it's all worth it. So sharing what you know is not giving anything away. So a lot of people have that mindset, don't they? Like, I'm giving away everything. Why would I share for free?
Yeah, they're a little precious about their expertise. And I suppose I'm not suggesting necessarily that you give everything away, but almost enough that they can almost do it themselves. Because they really need to know. I suppose what I'm saying is the level of quality, or the bar of, or the quality of free, the bar has been raised dramatically. So there's a lot of free stuff out there. And what I tell people all the time is it's not free. You might think you're giving it away for free, and then you get upset going, oh, why didn't people read my free guide? Or why didn't people do my free mini course? It's because they have to invest time, and time is the most precious asset they have. And there's a lot of stuff out there. So you really need to make sure that the quality, even of your free stuff, is top class. Because, if they get a bad experience, even with the free stuff, and the expectations are high, even at free, because they're investing time, as I said, they're gone, and it's going to be hard to get them back. So, give them almost enough, or, even with a free mini course, maybe you've got 5 sections, and put one section in the free mini course, or put part of the 5 sections in the free mini course, so that they can achieve something even after doing the mini course, because they'll want to be able to achieve something after investing their time. Then they'll trust you, and hopefully the relationship will build.
That's such a great advice. In other words, guys, always think about your freebie needs to provide a quick solution, because if they get that quick win, that just creates this excitement. So if you could achieve this so quickly, or it could be not necessarily a quick achievement, it could be a mindset shift. They didn't know something, and you just told them that this can be so much easier, and you're frustrating yourself for nothing. And that's already as well an excitement. And that's the excitement that wants more. we love buying. We just don't like being sold onto, but we love buying. So it's a very, very good point about the quality. And I still think, that you can't give away, even if you say everything that you know and you say it out loud to, in your marketing, even if you do that, it's still depending on the area. For me, I'm a visibility strategist that involves web design, that involves automations, that involves, email campaigns. I can tell everything, but will you be able to do it on your own? Probably not. So this is where you shouldn't be holding back. And I think also there is another mindset thing with being afraid to share too much for free. It's like you don't trust your audience. You feel like they're going to rob you. But I feel like this is where, no like and trust factor. So no like and trust factor works both ways. You need to also want to know and trust your audience that they are happy to, give you back with buying a product. So, or even just spreading a good word about you, that also works. And with that mindset, you get so much further than being afraid and not sharing. And as Johnny just said, the quality of what you're doing for free should be high. There's just too much competition right now. A few years ago when all these live videos started, and it is still called user to user type of content, so we're not expected to look like presenters, and if something goes wrong, it's okay, because it's a live television, or not television, it's like live video, it's like reality TV, so anything can happen. And I love it. I do most of my videos live because I love the fact if I mess up, that's okay, because it's just going to make somebody laugh. But because everybody started doing that, now there is a reverse effect where we need to do it better, and we need to have better lighting, better, presentation, nice backgrounds, because there's too many talking heads, and you need to compete with the quality. So it comes in all those directions. So Johnny, I have one more question before I let you go today. With your online courses, what is the best advice that you can have? This was a very, very good advice about the freebie, but is there anything else that you can share with people who are creating online courses?
Apart from get started and start as soon as you can, done is better than perfect. You will be your own worst critic. The best thing to do is launch a pilot with a couple of people who will pay a pilot price and build the course together, rather than spending 9 months in the dark office, well, hopefully with lights, creating what you think is the ultimate Rolls Royce of a course, only to release it to the market and to find out that students still can't follow it all. So pick 10 or maybe 20 people, maybe 50 to 100 euro. It'll give you a bit of cash flow to create your first course, and build it with them. Get their feedback, embrace it, because the curse of knowledge will basically, you'll leave stuff out because you know it so well that you might leave out a single step. And like giving somebody directions from here to Dublin or to Wicklow, leave out one crucial step and people get lost. So I think if it's your first one, launch with a pilot and a pilot price, and use their feedback to build the ultimate course.
Can I add one more thing to this, because it's very important? If nobody sees you, if you haven't worked on your visibility, guys, you will never find 50 people to pay even 50 quid. You need to work on your visibility first, right? You need if you've already been visible, if you're already doing some things, you're establishing yourself as an expert in your field, yes, go ahead and do it now, or even just validate the idea, throw it out there and see how many people will want to get in straight away. You don't have to charge them straight away. You can say, I'll charge you on the 15th, but you will see how many people even showed attention. Because as Johnny just said, sometimes you can spend a lot of time, a lot of energy creating a course that you think that is going to sell, and it's just not, maybe it's just not called the way that people get it, that this is what they need. Sometimes there's simple things like that, but you can be wasting your time, so you need to validate your ideas before you start spending so much time. I actually usually pre-sell courses. I would pre-sell them and to a pilot group, and only then I start creating. When I see that there's a bunch of people paid me money to be in this program, that means that it's going to sell a little bit, so I go and create it, and then I can fine tune it. So that's another way to do it. I don't know if you do the pre-selling yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I my first course had 22 people on it pre-sold, so at I think 197 at the time, so it was over 4,000 euros worth of sales before I hit record, and then I had a couple of weeks to record, and I had that cash flow, and I had that feasibility and proof that people were willing to buy it.
That's right. And then when you get that kind of proof organically, then you can put a few ads behind that and put it on the automation. Then that's kind of passive income, kind of. There's no such thing, but there's always something you have to do. Okay, Johnny. So where can we find you? Where we know about speakific.com. I'm going to put a link in with this video. And what about your own courses and to follow you? Where do we go? Yeah,
you can find me at johnnybierne.com. Bierne is spelled Bierne. And if you go to my website there on the front page, you can book a free 30-minute coaching call, a no sales pitch guaranteed coaching call on how to create your first course, or maybe you have questions about your existing online courses. I'm happy to spend 30 minutes with anybody to talk about that. And that's at johnnybierne.com. And of course, Speakific is there for anybody who's starting out, or even a seasoned speaker can join there for free and help event organizers find you and get more speaking gigs.
Perfect. We are all going to go and join. I'm part of it already, actually.
Yes, you are indeed.
yes, but I'm going to get everybody that I know to join it as well.
Great, I appreciate that.
It's a brilliant, I think this initiative is fantastic. So anyone, and you know what, we live in Ireland here. In Ireland, things are done sometimes very old school way, and it's not so easy to network, and it's not so easy, I find, like online world for me is much more easy to connect to people if you don't want to travel. So
sure.
It's good to have that kind of hub where you can just put your profile on, and if what you do is needed by someone, they can find you as well, so you don't have to go out of your way. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Johnny, thank you so much. I really enjoyed having you on the show today. I will be back with another episode tomorrow, and I have a mystery guest that I'm not going to announce now. You'll just have to join me. You just have to join me at 5 o'clock tomorrow, 5 o'clock UK time, noon Eastern for those of you who are over the pond in America, and the rest don't even ask me because I'm very dyslexic with all those time zones. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you all later. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.